Okay. Good day to everyone. So here is the recorded video for our problem solving in our topic types of random sampling techniques. Okay, for the first example, before that, no, let's recall the Slovin's formula. The Slovin formula has an equation of n is equal to capital N over 1 plus n multiplied by e squared. The small letter n determine the number of samples. The capital N is the number of population. And E is the margin of error. Commonly used, we use 5% or 0.05. However, in any chance, no, na sa problem natin walang sinabi, automatic 5%. Pero kapag may sinabing dapat gamitin, you will use that. Okay? Okay. So again, the Slovin's formula, we will use it to calculate the minimum sample size needed to estimate a statistic based on an acceptable margin of error. So now let's discuss first the margin of error. So margin of error has a formula. It is equal to the 100% minus the confidence level. So what is the confidence level? Sa Tagalog, ito yung tsansa mo na walang mali yung research mo. But in statistic, no, it is the percentage of times you expect to get close to the same estimate if you run your experiment again or sample the population in the same way. So in some of our problem, confidence level yung binibigay sa atin. So you need to find first the margin of error, then after that you will get the E, and you can substitute E to find the sample size of our problem. Okay. So like I said in our face-to-face discussion, according to the practical research book of Cristobal in 2017, so we have some consideration in our sample size. So first, we can use as small as 30 as a general adequate to ensure that the sampling distribution of the mean will approximate the normal according to kay Schott in 1990. Also, you can have when the total population is equal to or less than 100, this is same number may serve as the sample size. Then they call it a universal sampling. And lastly, so based on different research type, according to Gay in 1976, if you have descriptive research, you use 10% to 20% of your population. Correlational research, you have 30 subjects or 30 respondents. In comparative research, you must have 15 subjects or respondent per group. And lastly, for experimental design, you should have 15 to 30 subjects per. So you can use it in your practical research too. Okay, now let's have our example number 1. So our example number 1 is it is your digital test. So it is a random sampling. So how many students should be in his sample? So the population is n equal 1,000, and we don't have margin of error. So we will use the default value 0.05. So n is equal to capital N over 1 plus population margin of error squared. Substitute lang natin. So 1,000 divided by 1 plus 1,000 times 0.05 squared. Then you will come up with 285.7 students. So with this value, so we can round off it and we can use the 286. So what do you think are the steps you should meet if you wishes to use the lottery method? So first, assign each student randomly for numbers 1 to 1,000. Because we have 1,000 population, so 1 to 1,000 dapat yung ilalagay natin number. Next, then put it in a fishbowl. Then randomly pick 286 students. Okay, this is the simple random sample. So example number 2, how will you select a sample of 71 students in a group of 250 students using the systematic sampling technique? So if we have a systematic technique, sampling technique, we have a key value, no? So the first thing to do, assign each student randomly for 1 to 250, then find the k element of the k value. So what is the k? So k is calculated by dividing the numbers of elements in the population. So the n, capital N, divided by the number of the elements in the necessary sample over small n. So the number of population divided by the number of sample. So what is the number of our population? 250 students over 71 students. So 250 divided by 71 is 3.5211. So we can round up it again. So we can use 4. Therefore, every fourth element will be part of our sum. So some of problems, no, hindi laging K1 nagsisimula. So possible, pagbigay yan, sige, every 4 mula kay 1, so susunod dyan, mula kay 1, syempre 1 yung una, so ano yung pang-apat mula sa kanya? 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 5, susunod, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 9. So possible yung mga kukunin natin. However, ito, assume you will start at number 4. Kung sa 4 tayo mag-start, obviously, skip counting by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on. Okay? So that's the systematic sum. And for last example, select a sample of 400 students from the population which are grouped according to the cities they come from. The table shows the number of students per city. Okay. So as you can see, it is a stratified random sampling because we have 4 groups, or we call it excuse me. Okay, let's continue, no? So as you can see in our problem, the city are the strata. Okay. So we will find the stratum. So yung population natin, binigay naman dyan. So paano natin gagawin dyan? So take note, if we have stratified, so kailangan lang natin kunin muna yung kailang total number of population. Because our formula to get the value or the sample distribution with stratified random sampling, so the population of a city divided by the total population, then times the sample. Paano naman, sir, pag walang sample na binigay? So you will find first the sample using the Slovin's formula. Okay? So what is the total of our population? 12,000 plus 10,000 plus 4,000 plus 2,000 is equal to 28,000. So for our first example, magiging 12,000 divided by 28,000 times 400, which is the sample size we need. So we have 171.4285. For CTB, we have 10,000 divided by 28,000. Multiply the sample size of 400 is equal to 142.8571. Sample C, 4,000 divided by the total population of 28,000. So times 400, which is the sample, we will have a 57.1428. And lastly, 2,000 divided by 28,000, excuse me, times 400, the sample size. So 28.57. And you will round up and round down this using our technique before. So dahil 4 yung katabi nito, so magiging 171. Dito naman 142.858. So magiging 143. 157.1, so 57. Then 28.5, therefore 29. Sometimes, no, even you have value that are, the decimal is from 0.5, minsan binababa natin siya kasi basta dapat maging total lang siya sa 400 students. Kasi yun yung sample size natin. So you will just adjust your computation. Okay, sa pag-round off na po yun na, hindi po doon sa mismong computation. So that's end our discussion. So some problems sa ating worksheet, no? Somehow pinagsama-sama, may sample. Minsan may random sampling, simple random sampling, then may stratified sampling, random sampling. So you can come up with the same answer if you follow our step-by-step procedure. Okay, so our worksheet will be checked or will be passed on Monday. So we are worksheet 1A and 1B because we have 2 lessons that we cover. Okay, so dito, lalagay niyo lang po yung, based on the situation, you will put the population here, ano yung population na tinutukoy natin, and then what is the sample. So 1 point each, so you can earn in this part a total of 8 points. Then in this part, total of 6 points, 1 point for identifying the type, and then, for example, no, proportion of 2,000 randomly sampled participants that are support the death penalty. So this problem, this given is a static from given. So you will rewrite it to a parameter given. So pag nire-write na natin, proportion of all US residents that support the death penalty. So I give this problem, this worksheet for you to enhance your writing skills. Especially we are now in statistics, so not only computing the values but also representing the data we solve. Okay, so you will earn possible points or highest point here, total of 6 points. 1 point for type, 1 point for the writer. Then in this part, no, 3 points each, 1 point for the correct answer and 2 points for the correct solution. So this problem, no, will test your understanding based on what type of sampling technique, sample random technique given in the situation. Okay, so hindi masyado mahirap yung computation nito, and may choices tayo. So you will write the letter of the correct answer, then solution 2 points. So make sure to show your complete solution, detailed solution. And number 2 also, like in the first problem. In the second worksheet, no, worksheet 1B. So we have 7 situations here. Like it is a pure problem solving. So you will find the things needed. For example, in situation 1, you will find the value of K. Then you will write at least 5 list number. For example, yung sa example natin kanina, 4 lang inilagay ko. So you will write at least 5. So you will earn points from that. And you should have a solution also on how you find the K value and those 5 numbers. Okay. Situation 2, same with situation 1, situation 3. So in table form, no, kindly table your answer like you use on our examples. Example, situation 4, situation 5, situation 6, you should use a table again. And situation 7, and you will complete this table. Okay, any question? If you have no question, I will end this discussion. So if you have clarification or any comment or suggestion, you are free to type on our chat box or PM me, or you can type on our group chat. Okay? And announcement on Monday, So you will have your online quiz. I will open it from 10 a.m. in the morning up to 7 p.m. at the evening. Okay. So I decided to move the quiz because we have no class today due to the field trip yesterday. So we have two meetings na na-sacrifice. So kaya ako nag-record ng video para hindi tayo ma-delay sa topics pa natin. Okay? For our next topic on Monday will be about parameter and statistic computation. Okay. So goodbye.